I met a gypsy.
Are you watching all the races every weekend?
I try to. I have a busy schedule, and sometimes I'll catch it, or I'll have to catch it on Peacock, the next day. It's so funny. After Deegan won the championship, I thought the race was over. I didn't know that there was a race last weekend, and they're like, "Did you watch the race?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's over. He won the championship." Like, no, there's one more race. Yeah. I'm like, sweet. Now I got something to watch tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. So, who are your favorites?
Now?
Yeah.
Who are my favorites now? In the 450s, I like Sexton, I like Sexton a lot, Plessinger, I like him because I really like his attitude. I've met him before, and I just
coolest guy in the world.
He's so down to earth, I've always strived for Mookie to do well, I just don't, I don't understand why some guys just don't get to that next.
Well, I think you said it before. It's like mental,
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, the 250s. Shimoda is one of my favorites. I like his personality.
Hard not to love him.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really hard for me to pick favorites now. Like I said, back in the day, James Stewart was my favorite, and I always wanted him to win. But I don't know. It's difficult, especially when you're doing those things where you bet on them.
Oh, you doing that?
I was, but then I feel like I can't pick the right ones. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes if I pick certain ones, I'm jinxing them or something.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
So, do you think that Sexton wins the title if Jet didn't get hurt?
No, I don't. I think Jet would have won just because he's got the goods right now. He's got the positive mental attitude to be a winner. He's got the skill. He's where he needs to be, and Hunter was surprising to see him move up in confidence.
Amazing, eh?
Yeah, I was surprised with him and where he was. So the real battle I feel like is going to be with Jet and Hunter, where he's at now.
Yeah.
But it was unheard of for a rookie to come in and just dominate. So to see where Jet is and what he's done in the last few years is pretty amazing. And I didn't believe it at first either, but when you start seeing the results, you're like, yep, he's the dude.
Yeah.
There's the results don't lie, they don't lie.
So many people were trying to downplay Jet at the start. And I'm obviously super biased. I've known him since he was a kid, going to all the same races. And it's like we all knew. I tell people all the time, like if you ever saw him ride a 65, you just knew that he was going to be who he is.
Yeah.
But in America, people were just fighting for so long. They were just like grasping, like he's not that good. And I'm like, yes, he is.
Yeah.
And I think everyone's like, finally. But then he goes and gets hurt. And then everyone's like, well, Chase would have started beating him. Look how much better Chase was riding. But
I don't think so. No. And, and every one of those guys have a chance to get hurt every weekend. It's just someone's bad line choice,
Yeah.
Either someone else, a lapper, your bad line choice, someone you're battling for a positions line choice. It can all end in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Something can go wrong. The bike can malfunction. You never know what's going to happen. So I never count anyone out like that or so it's gnarly, especially like on the start. Oh man, the starts, I've been in a first turn start pile up and it's gnarly. And I learned a huge lesson. I was at Mammoth. I was racing Mammoth.
Oh, you did race Mammoth?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And on my 450, and I learned a huge lesson because
that's a sketchy first time.
There's 40 guys, not 20 too, 40 guys on the line trying to get up the hill and then to a turn. And the lesson that I learned was when you're off the line and someone's leaning into you, you don't go, oh, you're leaning into me? I'm going to go over here and lean that way because there's guys coming this way and they just smashed me. And so what I've learned, if I'm ever going to be on the line, if someone's leaning to me, I'm going to lean right
Just
into
lean
them.
back.
and hold my line straight.
Yeah.
And I got wrecked super hard. My bike got thrashed.
Oh.
Yeah. It was.
That's a crazy bad first turn there. Or like very consequential.
It was bad. Yeah. And so I never thought that I would be in one of those, first turn pileups, but I experienced that part of motocross.
The thing you can't take away from Chase, though, is just how, like, his ability to finish championships.
Well, the thing that was disappointing in Chase was the fact that he would just fall on the most crazy things and be like, dude, why?
Yeah.
Why are you falling here? You rode this race so good here, and then you just tip over right here. It's like, you wonder, like, what went through your mind right there? Did you forget? So it's a bummer when someone works so hard to, like when Plessinger was going to win that one race.
Oh, Detroit.
It's like his foot gets... It's like, oh man, what a huge disappointment.
Were you at San Diego Supercross this year?
Yeah.
How good was that?
It was amazing
to see him win.
Oh, it was amazing.
I haven't felt that for a rider in such a long time.
Yeah. You're kind of always rooting for the underdog. It's exciting. And even when James Stewart was on top and dominating, it was exciting when he crashed on the first turn.
Yeah.
Because to see him pick off everybody to win, that is more exciting than Jet getting the whole shot and then leading.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, we can leave now because he won the race. But it'd be more exciting if Jet gets a bad start and just starts picking people off and be like, this is how good I am. The one thing that I'll never forget is the fact that James Stewart slowed down so Chad Reed could pass him.
No,
I mean, that is like, whoa.
Yeah, that was so gnarly.
Yeah, but, he's just playing.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search GYPSY Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. GYPSY Gang.